What's up, good people, man? It's your man, Antuan, the Apex Couture Magazine. Back. Know it's been a minute. I had some health issues to deal with or whatever. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the like button. Go get your latest issue, man, with my man Darren Hinson on the cover. But today we are here to talk with an entrepreneur, man, that I've admired for a few years. Tell the people who you are.
That's what's up, man. First of all, I want to say, you know, good thing that you back in good health. I didn't know you had anything going on, but just glad to see you back and making it happen. Secondly, man, my name William Boston, fashion designer, entrepreneur, businessman, from Miami, Florida. Just trying to make it in life.
Make anything, man. So what made you when did you get started, and what made you want to go into fashion design?
I got started, to be honest, it was like about 2005. I came to Jacksonville in 2002.
Shout out Duval.
Shout out to Duval, man. Shout out to Jacksonville for real. Like, it's my second home.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, they really hold it down for me here, man, to accept someone who's not from here, and the love that I get. So I appreciate everybody that's from there. I didn't even know Jacksonville existed before coming here. Yeah, in 2002, I didn't know where Jacksonville was or what it was about. But came here on a scholarship to Edward Waters College.
Okay.
While in college, yep, E-Dub. Shout out to Lil Duval putting E-Dub on the map.
yeah, I seen that the other day. That's good.
Yeah, that was dope, man. But yeah, came here on a scholarship, and in college, bro, that's like those are the brokest points of your life. You're gonna be really, it's a struggle, and then especially if you're a student athlete, because you don't have time to get a job. So it's pretty much just work and whatever sport that you're in. So around the time that going into my second semester freshman year, I can't be out here broke asking my mom to send me $100 every week.
Yeah.
And then knowing she got my little brother and sisters at the crib in Miami, and she got to make sure they straight, and I'm asking for $100. But I was so used to making money on my own at home.
Yeah.
I had a job all throughout high school. I had 2-3 jobs. I was used to having my own money. So I met a guy who happened to be from Miami, and he was designing custom sneakers, like hand painting the shoes. And I could see him out my dorm room in the mornings. Like, he would be we had like this little yard, little chill area, and he would be right out there in the front just designing the shoes. And I walked past him every day, never said nothing. And then one day I just like, hey bro, what you doing? Like, what is that you're doing on them shoes? And I've always been into art. So he was like, yeah, I hand paint shoes and stuff like this. So I was like, so you need to show me how to do it. He was like, well, if you get you a shoe, and if you can do it, if you can come up with something, I'll let you, I'll show you how to really design the shoe. So I had some like Air Force Ones, some beat up Air Force Ones or whatever, bought some little paint, and I went and designed the shoe, brought it to him, showed him. And he was like, you did that? I was like, yeah. The design was just like really some colors, but I just made it a nice colorful pattern. And then from there, we started making custom shoes for everybody on campus. So for me, I knew that when people got their refund checks, they had money.
Yeah.
So I made sure, everybody got their refund checks close to homecoming and right before like going on the spring break, leaving for the fall and coming back for the spring. So I knew my times to catch people when they had the money. So from there, started making the shoes, but then I just got so hectic with the shoes. Like, I started making so many creations with the shoes that people didn't have stuff to go with them. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this same paint that I'm using on the shoes and just come up with some designs to match them on some t-shirts.
Okay.
So I'm in my dorm room on the floor with a board in between the t-shirt, painting the t-shirt with a hair dryer, drying the paint, you know what I'm saying? And then coming up with designs and selling them. So I'm selling the shirt for like $20. And so that turned into like, I'm making about $300 to $500 a week
Mm.
doing this. And when you in college, that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a whole lot of money. So I'm like, all right, so I'm making some money, but then I got interested in like, dang, how can I, because I always been into fashion, just clothes and dressing and stuff. How can I turn this into a business? Because I like this, like I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I more so love just like if I left my dorm room and I went to the caf to get something to eat, I see somebody in there with the shirt and the shoes I designed.
Yeah.
Just to see how they worked it, how they put it together, it just intrigued me more and more. So I ended up changing my major to business from criminal justice to business management, just to understand the business aspects of things. And then from there, it just went full steam, man.
Yeah. I figured it out, man, and I think I befriended you on Facebook probably a few years back. You know, featured your brand a few times in the magazine and everything. And,
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, of course. I think it's important that we point out, spotlight black on fashion lines, man. So I definitely appreciate what you're doing. You know?
Yeah, I appreciate it too, man. It's a journey, you know what I mean? Like, and it's all independent. I've had all type of from distribution, from manufacturing deals to people who want to partner, but they'll come in and they want to take a huge chunk percentage wise, and
Yeah, I know.
yeah, they kind of will turn you into a you'll be the name of the brand, and then they'll hire this design team, and they have your stuff hot for about 2 years maybe, and then water it down. Next thing you know, you in Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah.
And something like that, and then nobody remembers it. And then
Yeah, you trying to keep the brand strong. And,
right.
Yeah,
right.
So that's a good idea. So that's something good to break down for people that don't understand, man. And y'all gotta understand that we definitely have to understand how business works. We definitely need to get into owning our own businesses, point blank, period.
Yeah, there's no other way.
I see you got a lot of support from the models. How did you come about getting the guys to want to step up and model for you? Because I know it's hard to get people to support your brand. So
yeah, I never see. The thing is, the name of my brand is my name, my actual name, right? And people think that that's like a fictitious, like it's fake or something. Like, nah, that's my real government name. But I use my name because when I was doing the shirts in college, people will always ask, who did that? And for some reason, people always said my whole name, William Boston.
Yeah.
They never said Will, or they never said Will. It was always William Boston. So everybody's like, William Boston. I'm like, hey, you know what? That's what I'm gonna just call it, because it's kind of my creations, and I'm allowing other people to wear my art. So it's William Boston, right? But I didn't want to be the guy that's taking the photos in the pictures with my name like it's all about me. You know what I mean? That's not me. I'm not a flashy guy like that. So I just figured, okay, if I can get some people, guys and girls that and I can get them to take some photos in it, I may say, hey, you can keep this piece because I know if you keep it, that's promo for me. Like if you out and about or whatever. So I learned, once I got deeper in the business on how to write that stuff off and things of that nature. In the beginning, I lost a lot of money, but I had to do what I had to do to get the name out there. You know what I'm saying? Get the name out there. I gave away a lot of stuff, the photo shoots, and finding guys, man, it's not hard. Like it's really not, because you'll be amazed at how many people want to jump in front of that camera, especially now with all the Instagram and stuff. I wish I had Instagram back then.
Yeah.
It was in 2002. We barely had Facebook. We was just getting Facebook, and you had to
I think it came around like 04.
Yeah, you had to be a college student to have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
And you had to have .edu at the end of your email to have a Facebook page. So before then, it was just MySpace.
Yeah.
So I'm still, and I still operate like I'm in 2002 with the flyers and business cards.
Yeah.
I'm still hand to hand. Like I'll have a box of flyers in the car, I may see some people, and just to interact and get that engagement. And then sometimes that's how I meet my models. Somebody be like, "Hey man, you should let me model." All right, shoot me an
That's
email.
cool, man. But you know what? What the area you in Jacksonville, and see, that's my second home. One thing about Jacksonville is the spirit there when it comes to entrepreneurism. People, they just support, man. Like I'm back in Orlando. I'm from Orlando, and you know what I'm saying. I rock with my city or whatever. But when I when I moved to Jacksonville, I would ride with some of my partners, and they would be playing some music from guys that's like local artists.
Right.
See, coming from Orlando, I wasn't used to that. Because niggas around here wasn't doing that shit. If you was from the city, niggas like, fuck that nigga, we ain't playing.
Yeah, they ain't playing you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm riding with my partners, and I'm like, yeah, who that is? They be like, oh, that Booby Claw. He be, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I'm like, y'all play local music. They like, shit, we support. That's what we do. Y'all don't do that? I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
See, it's like that now. I'm starting to see it more and more, a lot more now. And now that Jacksonville is actually getting people in the mainstream, like these artists are getting in the mainstream. There's so many of them that's getting out there. Yeah, they starting to get behind their city more. But for me, at first, from an outsider looking in, I didn't see it like that. I saw it as is that they wasn't really supporting their people, and I came from a city where we listen to our artists. We listen to Trick Daddy. We listen to Ross, Flow Rider. We listen to Iceberg. We listen to our people. We ride to that. You know what I mean? It's on the radio. It was hard to hear somebody on the radio like that was from the city of Jacksonville. That was a rapper on the radio. You might hear them play it in the club or something, and like you say, you ride with somebody and they playing it in the car or something like that. But it's changing a lot now.
Yeah, Jacksonville got had a big industry, man. It's a dope place to be with your brand, man. So I'm glad that you're getting the support. Is there anything new you got coming up? Any fashion shows, anything like that?
This where I'm at right now. Where you see I'm at.
You're an artist, right?
Yeah. So this is the like a spa for facials and skincare and stuff like that, waxing. Something that me and my girl went into business with, so we just opened this skincare salon spa. And
shout it out.
It's called Fab Skincare. So make sure, if you're in the city of Jacksonville and you're trying to get your skin treated, you got dark spots, you got hyperpigmentation, acne. If you're trying to get waxing, if you need eyelashes, we got it all right here.
Word.
The whole shebang right here, you know what I mean? And they've been really supportive on that, and getting a lot of bookings. And it's Fab Skincare, and you can find us online at fabskincarejacks.com.
Fabskincarejacks.com. I'm gonna make sure to add that. That's your stuff. And plus, you selling clothing out of there, or?
Well, we just got the logo T-shirts. It's nothing, like extravagant like that. It's just the logo on the T-shirts. But as far as my brand, that's totally different. I don't, combine the two together, because this is something that me and her came together to open up. And she was something that she was really adamant about. And anytime somebody's trying to do anything business, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I like I'm all about opening businesses, new businesses.
Yes.
Some fail, some do good.
Yeah.
Some I'm still learning.
Cool. Yeah, man, definitely. So, I was asking about fashion shows. Do you participate in those? Or?
Yeah. Well, I used to do a fashion show once a year. So, and that dated back to I think I started at around 2008. Do like a fashion show per year. But to be honest, I stopped doing the shows because I was just trying to get the point of the fashion show is for me as a designer to display my new content that is coming out, my new designs that are coming out for the next season. So let's say, for instance, now we're approaching fall. If I do a fashion show, I'm showing you my spring collection, because that's the next season that's coming up. So I may have some pieces from the fall, and then I'm pretty much gonna end it with the spring collection. And for me, it was to get consumers to buy into it.
Okay.
And so, or to get individuals who have retail stores or retail spaces to buy into it so they can carry the brand as well. So I started doing these shows and, selling tickets, selling out and stuff like that. But I wasn't getting the response and the turnaround as far as I wanted with people buying into the brand and buying like the new season stuff that's coming out. For them, it was more just entertainment. They came to a show, they saw a nice show, and then when they leave, they say, "Oh man, that was awesome. You got some nice clothes. When's the next one?" And I'm like, "Why?
Yeah.
You bought a ticket. I really don't care about the ticket sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ticket sales, and I never been one like I paid my models through the ticket sales. Like I would give them tickets, and if they sold, I would start them out with like 10 tickets, and then they'll make $5 off of each ticket they sell or whatever. So they still get. So the money thing with the tickets was never. I really didn't care about that. I more so care like, did you buy anything from what you saw? Did you go to that table and get some items, or are you coming to the store to buy some stuff? So after doing it year in and year out and trying to get the point across on what a fashion show is, I just stopped doing them here in Jacksonville only for that reason, because I just felt like the point wasn't getting across. And then I didn't like being a designer in it and then having somebody who has like a boutique. Not to discredit anybody with the boutique, but it's like, anybody can order some stuff from another place, from China or something, put on the website and say, got a boutique. Or having somebody go to Forever 21, get some pieces, put them together, put them on a model, send them out down the runway, and then everybody's looking. And then it's like me, I'm in the sweatshop. I'm doing the hats, making the t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming through, getting people fitted. Making sure the pants fit right and stuff like that. So I'm really putting in some real work to sell this brand. And then I was like, man, it's not getting across the point that I'm trying to get across. So I just really pulled back on doing the shows. Now, I just did a show recently with 93.3 The Beat earlier this year.
Well, they still around.
Yeah. They did a show with someone, like some new program director or somebody who was there. I forgot her name, but it was pretty dope. They did it at the library, and I did it because they had like the right people and what they were, and they had the right individuals in the crowd who, they're the movers and shakers, people who can actually do something. So if it's right, I'll do it. But man, I really don't have. I've been stopped doing the fashion shows.
Okay, cool. Well, that's what's up, man. Let the people know how they can find your brand from social media to your website where you sell the clothing and things like that.
Yeah, online is williambostonapparel.com. The abbreviated quickest way to find it is WLMBSTN.com. So I made sure I bought a shorter domain name. So you can go to WilliamBostonApparel.com and purchase, or WLMBSTN.com and purchase. And that's the main hub right there. I'm in the process of opening up a new store right now in the Arlington area. I guess that's the Arlington area. But it's on Accessory Boulevard.
Where?
Accessory.
Yeah, that's Arlington.
Okay, so yeah, in the Arlington area. So a nice storefront that I'm in the process of opening. And then I had stores here that was selling it, but a lot of stores closed, and I can't do nothing with that. Like 904 Fashions used to sell my brand.
So you do consignment with them?
Say that again?
You do consignment deals?
Oh, no. I don't do no consignment. When I started out, I did consignment. So for those who don't know, consignment is when you give your pieces to a store and they don't pay for them up front. You pretty much, you break a percentage. Yeah, so like maybe you get 60% and they get 40 because they housing it. And then you may come back and check every week like, hey, did I sell anything?
Hey, I did that before years ago when I used to rap. My albums used to come out. I put the albums in the stores, $7, and I would get 7, they'll get 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I figured it's similar, you know what I'm saying, with the clothes pieces, but that didn't work out too well for you?
Well, I mean, in the beginning, I had to do that because nobody knew about anything. They didn't know about the clothes. So what I did was, I'm gonna give anybody interested in trying to get into a business.
Yeah, give it to them.
This is a trick that I did. So I got, and this was in Orlando, bro. I did this in Orlando. Man, what is that? I forgot. It's like a strip mall that you guys have. I can't think of it. Say it again.
The Magic Mall?
The Magic Mall. It's green building, right?
Magic Mall ain't green now.
Well, it must have been. It used to be green back then, but it was the Magic Mall, and it was a store in there that they had. I can't think of the store right now, but I went in there and I told the guy, hey, I got my clothes in Jacksonville, this and the third, which I did, but I had them on consignment in 904 Fashions. So what I did was he wouldn't bite on trying to pay for them or get nothing like that. So I gave him the shirts and I let him sit in there for like a couple days. And I had a couple homeboys that was in Orlando. So what I did was I sent them money down there to go buy my shirts back. So, and they bought them, day by day, and then they was gone. So I called them, hey man, how's everything going? Oh man, everything's sold out. I need more. So I was like, okay, well, you gotta pay for them. You gotta set up a shipment a plan so we can pay for everything. All right, well, how much? So I gave him a breakdown, and that was my first time selling to somebody without doing a consignment.
That was a good trick right there.
Yeah, so I went and just bought the shirts back, and got my money back not all of it because he got a percentage, but it made to him they sold out.
You pulled the old Master P move right
here. Yeah. So to him they sold out. But eventually though, the batch that he did order ended up actually selling out. And it was this was the classic of I think it was 2007 or 2008. One of those classics. I remember going down there and to the store and stopping through and it was all gone.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all gone.
But that's dope, man. Well, listen, I'm glad you sat down and chop up some game with me about your brand, and it's a dope brand, y'all. Y'all make sure I'm
William Boston Apparel. This is I'm just chilling today, so it's but we got so many things on the site.
Trust me, they're gonna see it because it's all gonna be embedded in the article. We're gonna have some pictures for y'all to check out. We'll have the links embedded for you guys, so y'all can click on the links, go shop and support the man. We gotta support these black-owned brands.
We need to, because this is all independent, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he put some money into it. Yeah.
I put my own money up. I don't want to borrow no money from nobody. I never did no loan or anything like that. I hate having to owe somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's ways to do it because it's sometimes you do need that leverage with the money with the loan, but I'm real good at saving, stacking my money, and then just reinvesting into other things. And now that all this other stuff is out from cryptocurrency and all, I found ways to invest my money into certain things, and then I use that money to go back into my business. So everything.
Taking notes. Stuff like that.
My plan B and my plan C is always a way to make plan A work.
Yes.
Always. You know what I mean? Whatever plan B, whatever plan C is, it's just another way for me to make plan A work.
Word. Definitely, man. Listen, this sounds good. And I hope that y'all take away a lot of jewels from this interview. You know what I mean? And that I reached out to the man because, consistency is key. I see still doing it from when I first came across William Boston. I'm still doing my thing with the magazine. You gotta cook that meal all the way through, man.
All the way.
You gotta cook that meal. We ain't eat no uncooked meal, man. We gotta keep going. So
yeah, I'm getting there. I feel like I'm getting closer to where this has been 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 14 years. Owning my own business, working for myself. Not every year been good now.
Yeah, trust me. With the magazine, I got my ups and downs.
Yeah, it's not every year been good. I've thought several times about
giving up.
Get a job, man. It's just like man, look.
You know, that's crazy because I've been like that too. You know, sometimes that doubt get in your mind, like you having a slow week or a slow month or something, and you're like, you know, it'd be easy if I just let this shit go.
Yeah, like man, listen, if somebody said that they never thought about that, I can't believe them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That thought has crossed my mind several times before. Not now, but I've had those times, you know what I'm saying, where it was just slow months, a slow year, and then I'm like, man, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make some type of sacrifices. What I got to do, and then all of a sudden you get a big chunk of change. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm snap out of it, like, yeah, man, what I was thinking.
So what I was thinking. Yeah, because you know you gotta keep putting your energy, your time. You gotta speak things into existence, man. You gotta keep putting that positive energy into your brand.
You just gotta get out here and work and hustle, man. In 2000 and we're in 19, so this was 2015. Yeah, 2015, I went to LA for the first time, right? My little sister. Say that again?
So you documented that on social media, right?
Yeah. I went to LA for the first time, me and one of my friends, and it wasn't on we wasn't going to party. We was going out there to distribute flyers. He owned a graphic design company. I had a clothing company. So we just figured we'll map out Los Angeles and hit all the main spots, things from that we saw on TV to the stores. Like, we had it mapped out. We was out there for about 4 days. About 4 days. And from the time we got to LA, once we got the rental, we hit the ground running, like going from hood to hood. We in the hoods. We in places we really shouldn't have been. You know what I'm saying? Putting these flyers out, getting approached by gang members because I got on a red book bag and I didn't know that I'm in the Crip neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I ain't know, bro, or whatever, stuff like that. Or, man, it was a bunch of stuff. Even meeting Nipsey, like, for the first time.
Well, you met Nipsey?
Yeah. I met him on I found his brother's email. I was trying to get, in contact. And this is before he was like Nipsey like that. Like, the world didn't know him, but in LA, he was still that guy. Yeah, he was still that guy. And this is when he had the Crenshaw mixtape that had came out. Okay. So even then, I knew who he was, but my homeboy who was with me, he didn't really know him like that. He heard, you know what I'm saying, a couple songs, but he didn't really know. So this is before the store was called Marathon Clothing. It was just Crenshaw.
Yeah.
So I sent his brother an email, and in the email I was just stating that, hey, I design clothes, but I can also do designs for you guys, and I got my homeboy with me who's a graphic designer, and this was on like a Friday. So Friday, early morning. So I didn't get no email back all Friday or whatever, and I was basically saying we just want to come by and chop it up. I didn't know. My thing was just to go by there, see if I could get my clothes in there or whatever, and just see what they, how I could get my foot in the door with them. Because he was doing a lot of stuff. It just wasn't major on the how plateau that it is now. So finally, on the next day, Saturday, I get an email. No, it was later that night. It was Friday night, going into Saturday. So I'm in the club Friday night. We just hanging out or whatever. And my phone go off, I check his email. I stop immediately what I'm doing. So I'm reading the email, and he was real short. It was like, yo, we gonna be at the store tomorrow, come through, bro. So I'm like, damn, what time? He ain't say no time, no nothing. So yeah, he said, come through. So we got up Saturday, went over there like around 1. Get over there. I walk in the store, I see Nipsey brother, and I say what's up to him. At first, I thought it was Nipsey because they look just alike.
Yeah.
So then Nipsey's in the car though, outside the whole time in a black Mercedes, and he's sitting in the car. He finally comes out the car, comes in the store, says what's up to us or whatever. We sitting there talking. He shows us the whole store. At this time, he had his graphic designers in the front of the store, like three Asian guys that were sitting in the front. They would design all the Crenshaw shirts and stuff. And so I asked him about putting my stuff in there, and he just kept it 100. He was like, this is all the Crenshaw stuff. We don't really sell anybody else stuff. But I know an individual in Inglewood up the street. She just opened up a store, and you go over there. You might be able to get your stuff in there. I went over there, and that was the first store that sold my stuff in LA because Nipsey told me to go over there.
Whoa. Damn,
Yeah.
I wish I could have got to meet that dude, man.
It was, my meeting with him was brief, bro. It was like, I'll say about a good 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But in those 15 minutes, he was just all about trying to help me, like what I was trying to do. You know, he was complimenting the designs that I had. He was talking to my homeboy about other stuff. Could he design different files and stuff? And he was like, here's a card. Go holler at this lady here in Inglewood. And then I did. And from there, I went and sat with that lady for a little minute and showed her I had some shirts with me, showed her some pieces, showed her the website, and we left. She didn't say anything right then and there. She was like, okay, well, I got to talk to my husband. Her husband comes back, I guess. Me and my friend, we like in Compton, so that's kind of a distance, you know. So we on the 405 heading towards Compton, and I get a call like an hour later. She was like, hey, is this William Boston? I'm like, yeah. She was like, hey, my husband is here. He loves it. We want to cut a check right now. I was like, what? Turn around. So we go out there, we turn around, and it was and she's a black lady. She cut the check right there for the first store that sold my stuff in LA. And then the next day while in LA, I'm on Melrose. It's like 8 o'clock at night. I'm tired. I'm ready to go back to the room. We've been passing out flyers all day. I go in this last store. I didn't even say anything to the guy at the counter. I just like, hey, yo, what's up? And put the flyers down or whatever. He saw my shirt, and he happened to be Arabian. And he thought that he was an Arabic. He thought that the stuff that I had was in Arabic language. It was in Arabic font, but it wasn't in the Arabic language. So he was trying to read it because he couldn't understand it because it wasn't the actual Arabic language. It was just the font.
Yeah.
So from there, he just got ecstatic. Like, yo, is that you? He's like, you made that? I was like, yeah. So from there, he was like, pull up your site. I pull up the site, did a deal with him the same day.
What?
2 stores in 4 days. And I wasn't even going out there expecting that. I just went out there like, hey, I'm about to go out here and promote the brand.
See, that's what happens when you step out. You get out there and you put your neck on the line and put your face into place. That's what happened, man. You never know what'll happen unless you take them.
You just gotta go, man. You just gotta take those chances and go. We went out there, bro, I ain't had no real expectations. I was just going out there to my only thing was I knew that we was flooding the streets with 10,000 flyers. And I knew people was gonna see these flyers and wonder who is this or what are they? You know what I mean? Because we was everywhere, doubling back. Like if we saw some of our flyers going, we doubling back. Yeah, we going back in the hood. We in Compton. We done got pressed by some gangsters in the Compton swap meet. You know what I'm saying? Like all type of stuff. Cause they trying to figure out like, who are y'all? Why y'all in our hood? Yeah. You know what I mean? Do y'all know where y'all at? But I'm from the hood myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just respect. It's just a respect thing. So I was able to talk to them and like, nah, we're not out here on that, bro. We just out here trying to promote and get these clothes out here, these graphics, and chopping it up with people. And I made connections with some of these guys who rap out there who didn't know me and I didn't know them. But just because I was just on a respect level and they respected what I had going on, we just made connections. I was offered that one trip in 2015.
That's what's up, man. That's a good story, man. And like I say, I really appreciate you chopping up the game.
Oh, man, I appreciate you having me on here, dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was about that time, man, because I've been following you for a minute, and we've been spoke a couple times, and say, man, thought about you the other day. I was like, yo, I need to get the homie on there, man, because your brand is dope, it's quality, and I just support it all the way through and through, man. So
I truly appreciate it, dog.
Yes, sir. 100%. Yes, sir. I'm gonna make sure in the article everything will be laid out for the folks, so they can just get to your website, go get that, and they're gonna have some pictures on there to see everything. So, man, if you want to give any shout outs, man, throw some shout outs or whatever.
First of all, shout out to you, bro, for even having me on, you know what I mean? Taking your time out to have me on. I really appreciate it because this ain't something that you had to do. And I just appreciate anybody who acknowledged the work that I put in. And secondly, man, anybody who's trying to get out into the business, you know what I'm saying? I shout out to you. Keep going. Don't give up.
Exactly.
Whatever you do, don't give up. That's my motto. forever. You know what I'm saying? It's just not to give up. It's gonna be times where it's tough like that, but it's no you know, you can't have a testimony without a test.
That's right. Damn right.
You know, so and shout out to my girlfriend who's you know, we putting this business together and things are coming to good. So and shout out to everybody who's been supporting, man. I really appreciate the support, all the love. Make sure you check us out, WilliamBostonApparel.com. Follow me on IG, William_Boston, and the other Instagram business page is William Boston. So Instagram, William Boston Apparel, and William_Boston.
Gotcha. That's what's up. Until next time, folks, y'all know to stay locked to www.apexcoturemag.com. That's apexcoturemag.com. Y'all know that's where it stay going down at. We got everything from celebrities to hood entrepreneurs.
I watched that interview with the other guy that was on the
Darren Henson.
Yeah. That was pretty dope.
Yeah. So, you know, we stay working, man. Well, actually, right now we about to do something with the Real G Money from New Jack City.
That's what's up
right now.
For real?
Yeah. The Real G Money. I thought that movie was based on just. It is actually based on real characters.
Yeah, it is.
Real people. So the Real G Money hit me up, man, and he loved the magazine, and so y'all be looking forward to that. So I don't want to keep you, man, too much longer. Y'all just make sure y'all stay locked to apexcoturemag.com, and we got everything you need, man.
100.